Right guys, welcome back to the channel. I've already recorded this intro once before, but basically I came to edit the video and realised the video was going to be pretty long. So what I've decided to do is split the video into 3 parts. You're going to be watching part 1 now, which is basically me going over the chain and sprockets that currently fit on the bike, talk about what I'm going to do, and also show you how I moved this chain link here. If I go over here, I can talk about why I'm doing what I'm doing. The owner before me told me he put a longer chain on there because he found that with the Street Triple or 765 style handlebars, it had a tendency to try and lift the front. He was doing a bit of hill climbing and he's probably using first and second gear. So to fix that, he put a longer chain on with, you know, more chain links than you would normally have. So that's why the adjuster's right back here, and also why there's such a big gap in between. You know, I can get like 3 fingers in between the tyre and the swing arms. I'm taking the sprocket cover off here. And all the bits you need to take off, you need to take the little pivot off, and it's easier just to take the rear set off just so you can get in there nice and easy. I've given that all a bit of a wash off with a jet wash. At the moment, the bike has a 180/55/17 tyre on it. Now, the scrubs I've bought, which are up here, that's a scrub there, and that's a brand new, sorry, that's not a scrub, that's a brand new tyre, and then I've got a pair of front scrubs. Both those rears are 180/60s. So what that means is, because it's a 60 rather than 55, the tyre is going to be slightly bigger. Obviously, I want to check that it will still clear. The standard sprockets on these are a 47 on the back. Don't know where you can see that there. And a 15 on the front. If you've got a 13 plus, I don't know, it's a bit wet there, so there's a 15. But if you've got an earlier shape under-seat exhaust Daytona, I'm pretty sure the front's a 16, but that's because the 13 onwards have got slightly different ratios in the gearbox, so they put a 15 on the front. I think they've all got 47s on the back though. This is a 525 chain. For the minute, obviously later on I might go to a 520 chain, but just to sort of try out these different bits and bobs, I'm going to keep with this chain because it doesn't seem like it's too worn out. You know, you pull the back of here, you can't see daylight through or anything like that. I'll lose about 30 mil. Obviously that's halved because it's top and bottom, so I'm going to knock this adjuster back 15 mil. I need to be, it's a 27 mil for anyone wondering. Ideal. Yeah, the easiest thing for me, I find, if you ever want to shorten a chain, is to just move it around onto the sprocket. That's obviously the original hollow link, so I'm going to grind that off, and then I want to lose a link, so I'm going to grind that off, and then essentially one there would be gone. So it'd just be like that one there was closed up to there. Move this in about 15 mil because it's 30 mil altogether. I could probably get away with taking 2 chain links out, but I need to double check that the 180/60 tyre is going to clear. So rather than do that and then I'll be stuffed if I've taken too many links out, I'll take 1 link out, see what the clearance is like, and then we'll go from there. I better go get the grinder. Got my grinder set with a thicker cutting disc, sort of more like a grinding disc. Do it on there and do that on there. So once you've ground the heads off, if they're a pain to come off, which normally they are tight because that's the idea, if they're a good chain, it's still quite tight in there. So you can either use a proper chain pin tool, which I don't have with me at this exact moment, so I'm going to do the next best thing, use the grinder again. So obviously you want to be super careful doing that because the 2 middle ones don't matter, but the link at each end, if you're going to reuse them, you don't want to cut through those links. So that should have weakened the link a bit. There we go. That's one off. There we go. That's the other one off. They'll just fall out now. There we go. So now I have removed 1 complete link. I'm going to adjust that in. So it's a 13 mil nut and a 12 mil bolt. They are quite tight. I'll get some WD on that. See, that's got a bit easier as it's gone in. Now it's got to some fresh thread flying in. So that's roughly where it should be once we put the link back on. Same again for this side. This one's a bit free already. Free enough I can just use a screwdriver. Is that one like that now? Oh yeah, he's soaked in a bit of WD. He is loving it. There we go. Look. Right, so chain's off. So I can now pull it right through. So I'm going to give this all a good cleaning now. I'm going to whip this off first though, on both sides just to get out of the way. Oh, Right, I've had a little go just cleaning off the majority of the black from here and here, and I'm just going to now move on to doing where the chain goes around the top of the sprocket. That's nice, isn't it? That is lovely. I decided to undo the bolt for the plastic chain guide because there's quite a lot of crap in behind here, look. Look how dirty all that is in there. I'm glad I took all this off. Even like in behind here, look how manky this is. All needs a good clean. My favourite shower brush and a little toothbrush normally gets the majority off. Bit of elbow grease and some degreaser, but what a messy job this is. Right, that looks a lot better. Put this back on as well because he's nice and clean now. I'm probably not going to bother putting the chain cover back on until I've cleaned it up, but at least I can check the dealio with the length of the chain now. Right, so I've done the majority of the cleaning I want to do around the swing arm here and inside here. It was all pretty covered, but I've given it a good degreasing. If anyone wants to know any degrease that's good, I bought this no nonsense heavy duty, I think it's from Screwfix or something like that. It's pretty cheap. It's a bit like TFR. It definitely munches all the grease up and stuff, so yeah. Right, so as I said at the beginning of the video, I split the 3 sections or 3 parts. Next video, if you watch, I'll probably put it up in the link up here. I think it'll be on the screen. I'll show you how I replace this. That was good fun. As usual, please hit that like button and subscribe, and any questions or anything like that, put it down in the comments and I'll get back to you as soon as I can.